Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Thanks everyone for joining us. This is the Storage Meetup. This is our AI Jam Session edition. I kind of figured the day after New Year's holidays, it's going to be light. We got about 30 of us, so yeah, that's about a third of what usually shows up. So that's kind of what I was thinking. So I figured rather than doing the normal kind of storage meetup, well, for those that are interested in AI and kind of seeing playing around with AI stuff, I would do a special session that way. So I'm glad you guys showed up. You guys are the AI enthusiasts, apparently. Uh, way this works, yeah. If you're here, if you turn your camera on, it's always nice to see everyone's faces. Uh, I'll just kind of play around, but really, I want to hear from you guys as well. In fact, I'll put it in chat here. Uh, what are you interested in when it comes to AI? Are you actually using it? I don't care if you're just doing, hey, I'm just playing around with ChatGPT and helping out with emails or doing photos or you're doing videos, or if you're like Gabriel, the AI guru here, and actually doing workflows and stuff with it. Just kind of curious to kind of see where everybody's at. Kind of the purpose of this is just we're just playing, frankly. There's no rules, no restrictions. There's no dumb questions, for lack of a better word. Just anything that comes up, this is where to do it, frankly. Um, if we can try it in with storage, awesome, we will. But no guarantees. This is more just about AI play, curiosity, AI awareness, because it's not going anywhere. It's just going to get louder. It's going to penetrate everything that we do in daily lives, in our little niche in storage. Call it little. You're going to start seeing it everywhere, even more than it already is. When it comes to the chatbots and the AI voice agents and us marketers on here, utilizing it for marketing, there's a lot of tools that's at our disposal. It's going to get very prevalent. So, the fact that you're on here, kudos. You're making time to jump on it. That's great. And we'll kind of bounce around, but I know Matt. I want to ask you, Matt, real quick. I know you've been kind of messing around with AI and playing with it. Anything that's kind of on your radar right now?
Well, I'm working on, one thing I just did, and I can even show it, but in my feasibility model, I pull in interest rates just so I can have them available as I'm doing it. And, one of the things that I had was there's something called a forward-looking SOFR curve, where it kind of gives you an idea of maybe where interest rates are starting to head, or where they plan them to head. And I had a simple thing in my Excel sheet for my model that would pull in from a certain website. Well, 2 weeks ago, they changed that. So it could no longer pull it directly in there, and it said, "Hey, we got an error." So I went in there and I can, if I can share my screen, I'll show you kind of
Yeah, go ahead.
what happened here.
Yeah, the more things, especially with the AI stuff, the more that we can share our screens and actually see it, the
Yeah.
better. So,
Okay. So this was the old one that I had here. So it would pull in, uh, basically term SOFR rates for 1 month term SOFR rates for, going out for quite a while. And I would just put in a spread that I wanted to look at and see kind of like where things were starting to head. Well, like I said, I opened this up the other day and all of a sudden it would uh, it said, "Hey, we broke it. No more. It's not working anymore. Can't pull it." So, because I was pulling off directly from a website, which was, and I'll show you right here, this one right here, which is Pensford, which shows a 1 month home SOFR, 30-day average SOFR, all kinds of stuff going forward. Well, it used to be just like this. Now it comes up like this. So once it changed it to the original chart, the Excel sheet didn't know, hey, am I going to flip from the chart to this? Where am I going to pull this information? So I was like, yeah, I want to change that. And so I spoke with the AI. I'm like, where else can I pull this data? And it's like, well, you don't really need to go anywhere else. You could just do this, this, and this. And it actually pumped out a Power query code for me. And now, when I open up my model now, I've even expanded it out a little bit, and now it pulls in all of it. So it will just go ahead and refresh from the reset date, which is usually the day I'm there. I can stop this if I want to keep it fresh from where I was working on, but I just refresh it and it goes ahead and pulls in all that data off this website using an API and a Power Query coding thing. And the part about it is that I'm not a coder. I understand what I want to do, but that's the thing. It's not so much I know what I want to do. It's just how do I get there? Before it would have been watching a ton of YouTube videos or maybe hiring somebody to write a code for me or something like that. Now I type into the AI, this is what I was doing. This is the website I was pulling it from. It's not pulling anymore. How do I do this? And it went through the entire process. Okay, we're going to go here. We're going to go through the developer part. You're going to pull this out. You're going to put this here. We're going to make a big query. It wrote the code, dropped the code in. Now it does it automatically.
What
That
were
took
what were the tools you were using?
Well, I was basically just using in general before just the Excel sheet, and then I would go and say, get data, and it would get it data from a website. It would connect to the website, which you can kind of see right here. It's no longer connecting. So after that, I actually had to go in and create a let's see here, let's see here, a blank request, and I'm trying to find here. Maybe it was on the other one here.
So are you using this
Oh, there
for
it is.
projections or for existing
Yep.
locations? For
Yep.
projections, gotcha.
Well, for projections mostly, what I'm looking at for this particular thing is, okay, where do we think interest rates are going? So I want to pull that into my model as I'm working so I don't have to keep going and looking for it. And then, like I said, you can pull in, you can see where it was pulling in from the website. Because before, what it would do was would just pull in from the website and do this automatically from the base website. Now, and when they changed that, it didn't pull in the same way. It didn't know what to pull in because it became more of a web change more than it was just pulling data that was listed in a table. So I actually literally had to go in and have AI give me code to be able to put into the Power Query to be able to pull that into what I wanted, and then as it pulled it in, I adjusted it.
So this kind of stuff, again, I make pretty pictures and videos, but the people that are smarter than me to start utilizing this kind of stuff, especially when it comes to, again, for us storage people on here, projections and your current customers for rate adjustments and revenue management, all this stuff with AI is just going to start bleeding into just daily operations, frankly. And I go back to thinking like, you and feasibilities and things like that. It's got to make your life easier, right? Once you kind of work through the tools and start getting some of the processes down, it's
I
got to,
think it does in some ways, but I always want to be careful in what we say with what we expect from this.
yeah.
There's an expectation maybe out online or on social media that, hey, this can take over your entire life and you can sit back and AI will do everything. It's not really that way. It augments things. It makes things easier. So for me to be able to plug this in and have it draw rates in like that, where while I'm working and look at it and goes out further and I can program it to pull in even more rates than what I'm showing here. Um, I can have it do that and then not have to go find all this stuff. I'm doing that automatically. So it augments what I'm doing to make what I already do and what I know to do easier. Not that it can replace, well, it will at some point, not replace me yet, but it can give me all the data so I can do what I do faster, which
Yeah,
is what matters.
that's a good point. It helps you don't verify. It can give you the data, it can lay it out in front of you, but you're kind of spot checking it and verifying it, make sure it's all making sense. Frankly, um, we're not quite there yet, guys. Where it's like it's gonna take our jobs. Not there yet, but the tools are there that can, man, it can make your life so much easier, especially when it comes to when you're working with data all the time. I want to show something kind of fun that I literally just did this yesterday. I have a thing. I'm seeing some people jumping on here. Kelly, what's up? Uh, of course, everyone knows me from doing, storage meetups, and I do, storage third party management and things like that. But I also, for my hobby, I love, dealing with AI and playing with AI groups. And I see some people on here from the AI communities that I'm a part of. And a lot of things that get preached is, you got to learn it and then you got to teach it. So that's what I'm doing here, frankly. I'm kind of learning as I go, and I might as well just kind of showcase some of the stuff that I'm learning here. Let me show you this. I don't know if who on here has heard of Notebook LM. Just put in chat. It'd be easier for me. Put a Y for yes, N for no. I'm just kind of get a a feel for everything. NotebookLM. It's been around for a while, but it's not, I don't know, I just don't feel like it's gotten much focus on it. Because man, it's fun. Let me show what I did yesterday. And again, this is nothing for storage, really. This is just a fun tool. Share my sound. All right. So this is the page. So it's notebooklm.google.com. Someone wants to put that in the chat for me. I'd appreciate it. Maybe Matt or Jim, if you don't mind. Anyway, what it is, the way I used it anyway, just playing around. Any Alex Hormozy fans out there? I'm sure the marketers in the room be like, yeah, we love Alex. This just came out. That's a bad way of pausing him.
This is possible.
That looks better. Doesn't look so drunk. This was a 7.5 hour video. I was like, I admire the motivation for 7.5 hours, but I ain't got no time for that. So no, I went to NotebookLM, create a new notebook, and I literally just went on here and websites, YouTube. I pasted the link in. That's it. Right. Cool. Done. There we go. I'll show you what it looks like here. This is what it spit out. It took, I don't know, under 10 minutes, probably. And what it did over here, gotta move this so I can see. It makes these assets, and you can choose what you like. And it went through the whole transcript of the whole 7.5 hour video. And I went on, and what did I do on this one here? This was an infographic. I clicked the button, made an infographic. Can I show you what it looks like? And it gave a little synopsis of that 7-hour video, and it made pretty kick-ass infographic. And I'm like, all right, that's pretty dang cool. Then I looked next, and I went to this one, which was just the video. Oh, this is the slide deck. See, it matches. And then it made a slide deck out of that video. And we won't go through it, spend much time, but it's freaking good. It's amazing how it gets the main ideas, and I'm very visual. I like my pictures and videos, and just to have this was just it's just amazing.
Jim, where did it get the styling cues? Like, there's a very specific aesthetic in this deck. Did you feed it that?
I literally typed in the link, hit enter. I didn't give it any prompting whatsoever. Then I clicked on here. See the video overview? It made this. I won't play the whole video. I just want you to get the idea.
So are you tired of that whole New Year's resolution cycle? You know, you make the same promises every year and then poof, they're gone by February. Well, here's the thing. A resolution is just a wish. What you really need is a blueprint. And today, that's exactly what we're digging into. Alex Hormozy's framework for success. This is a real practical plan for actually building the future. Proving you're basically saying today isn't worth it. Is radical accountability. And let me tell you, without the solid, concrete base, everything else you try to build on top of it. Your skills, your business.
So it from a 7.5 hour video, dwindled it down to what, 7-minute synopsis. I made a summary video about the video. Just insane. And basically all it is, all you gotta do is just, cool, here's the flashcard. I don't even know what that even is. You just click it, and then it'll start generating it. Takes a few minutes, and voila, it's done. So I started thinking, again, we'll swing this back to business. I create a lot of content, frankly, and this is a lot of it, for the storage meetup. And I made this. Let's see if it's even ready. Is this it? I haven't even looked at it yet. I threw in the storage meetup YouTube video. So for our last meetup, this is number 59, by the way. We're cooking. And I did the same thing. I went to that source. I threw in the link, hit enter. Forgot about it. This is the first time I'm looking at it. Here you go. Let's just see what it did. Oh, this is when we talked about SEO. We were doing the SEO stuff. So cool. It's synopsis, nice infographic, all about what we talked about that day. That looks amazing. It made a video. Storage Wars.
Been close. And that's what we're digging into here. We've got an exclusive look at their strategy session, and we're pulling out the playbook, the new rules for how a local business can not just survive, but actually thrive. So
I'll have to watch that later. So I made the video. I keep going out of it. What else did I do here? Have you guys ever heard you probably heard it, maybe you just didn't know what it was. The podcast of the guy and girl doing the podcast episodes. That's what this is. I clicked on audio overview and it says generate an AI podcast based on your sources. So again, this is based off our last meeting that we had. I had to make this. I don't want to download the whole thing. See if it's quick. So what I'm going to do after this is done, I'm going to start, after our meetings, uploading. I don't want to do it the whole thing. Podcasts of it, these infographics, because some people may not want to come on an entire hour or watch the replays. They can go through these reports with this slide deck. All right, last one, then we'll go on something else. And he made a slide deck after our last meeting. So man, you could replay it, listen to the meeting, go through this. You would digest so much more information on there. So I'm sure the marketers on here, the wheels are kind of spinning on what you can do for when you're hosting webinars, when any kind of content you're putting out there. It's not so much, I'm sure we all follow the old Gary Vee philosophy, have the pillar content and then break it up into a bunch of other pieces of content. There you go. And it's quick. Like I said, it did all that in like 10 minutes. It's amazing. It's fun. So hopefully you can kind of think of that and like for your own business, awesome, or just for your own education, play with that. Find a video, throw it in NotebookLM. Yep, and it's in there. Thank you, Dusty. It's in there in the chat. Take a minute. Don't just listen to me and all that. Wait till we're done. But do that today. Demo it out. Play with it. And some of those features I just showed literally just came out a week ago. They're brand new. These things always kind of keep getting updated. And things that have been around for a while are 10 times better than what they used to be. It's crazy how quick things are changing. Just looking here. Gabe, you on? Oh, Gabe's gone still. I was going to bring Gabe up because he's our in storage, our AI guy as well that talks about it, a lot about it, but he's getting pulled into a meeting. So he's kind of going off. Before I jump on to something else, any other questions? Any comments, questions on that NotebookLM? And feel free to
Looks
just
like a great
jump in.
time saver.
What's that?
Great time saver, looks like to me.
It's fun. I mean, again, we can. There's fun stuff you can do with photos and videos, but that to me, if you like to learn, frankly, I think it's the number one source of being able to learn stuff. Things that are kind of maybe complex, that are hard to read, frankly. throw in NotebookLM, and it's amazing how it can break things down for you and help you understand. So I'm gonna
What
start
is
using it for
there,
some of my kids.
Jim? Is there a particular version of this you use, or?
No, if there's different versions, I couldn't tell you what there are. I literally just
Okay,
went
I
through.
didn't know if it was a free thing or if it was a, what the.
There's
I looked it up and it was talking about, the free
there's a free
version of
plan.
it.
There's a free plan, which what you're gonna deal with, you'll be fine to use. If you're using it a lot, then there's different tiers. But I think for
Sure.
this group, the free plan is perfect. Is all you need, especially if you're just playing around with it and getting your feet wet. Would be
Okay.
totally fine.
Hey Jim,
Awesome.
it's Phil, and from a building supplier and builder, I've been messing around with it quite a bit. A lot of us builders, we utilize tools like StoreTrack and Radius, and then obviously anything beyond that, I'm trying to send them to people like Matt. But what I found very helpful in different markets is ChatGPT's ability to go pull public information. So any kind of building permits, any kind of literally any kind of municipality information, you can, and I'm at the very beginnings of this, but from sort of a detective standpoint, I've been messing around with who's got permits, who's been approved, who's, what stages they're in, and scrubbing down a little bit further. So that's coming real handy. And then the backside of this for me is trying to figure out how to aggregate contracts and scopes, but I'm not there yet. So anyway, those are some things that I'm looking at.
That's great. And I would love if you want to email me later, kind of like what you're trying to do and maybe a workflow. Hell, we'll demo it. We'll do like an example and kind of demo that kind of thing. Because the whole point is I want people to, yes, we'll show some specifics, but cool. How do you can use that and use it in your own life, in your own business? And someone will watch something from your workflow and be like, oh, that's what the idea will spark. And then how they can use it. So please, anything like that, send it over. Or if you're stuck on something, I kind of have my little AI nerd community. I can throw it out there. We can figure it out for you. We'll work it out. We'll workshop it.
Hey,
Be
Jim,
awesome.
question for you.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it in chat. There's a couple of comments on different versions and Perplexity and Claude and ChatGPT. Which one's the best?
They're all great.
I mean, is there a go-to one for you that you use? I've tried
no.
Perplexity, I tried Claude, I tried ChatGPT, and they all give different little versions of things. Which one do you think's the leader?
I have two go-to. ChatGPT is just because it's the OG basically that started it, but Google Gemini, to me, they've overcame ChatGPT just in the last month or two.
Really, I haven't even tried Google Gemini yet.
I use it for, let's put it this way, when I'm chatting, because every day I go on my phone, and when it was nice weather outside, I'd have my morning walks, and I would chat with ChatGPT. I name it, I give it a personality. It's called Sam, and I would talk through things, what I'm going to be doing that day, goals, workshops, some ideas, that kind of stuff, and I would have that back and forth conversation. I use ChatGPT for that, mainly just because it has all my history since day one of 3 years ago of it knows me. It knows me inside and out, which is kind of scary, frankly. But it does. It knows my history. It knows my work. It knows how I think a lot of times. So I use that for having those conversations. And if you haven't done that yet, guys, again, go put it in chat for me. Yes or no. Have you used the voice conversation agent within ChatGPT? Because if you haven't done that, First off, gotta have ChatGPT. And in the bottom right corner, I can't really see it, but there's just the little audio button. Hey, Sam, you there?
Hey, Jim. I'm right here. What's on your mind today?
I'm just doing a little AI jam session with my Storage Meetup crew. So we're just kind of playing around and demoing AI today.
That sounds like a blast. A little AI jam session is a great way to kick off the day, especially with the Storage Meetup crew. If you need any ideas or just want to bounce something off me, I'm here for it.
Give me an idea. What should I demo? Just anything.
Absolutely. Let's see. How about you demo something like generating quick AI-driven customer responses? Since everyone's always curious about how AI can handle customer service or common Q&A, you could show how you set up a chatbot or a voice agent to tackle typical self-storage questions. That's practical, and everyone might have fun throwing some curveball questions at it.
Cool. I'll do a AI avatar demo.
Nice choice. That'll definitely grab their attention. Showing off an AI app.
So you get it? Just having that back and forth it's fun. But what I've been doing now for the last couple months is Google Gemini have you ever heard of Nano Banana? When that came out a few months back for the image generation, they leapfrogged everybody. It wasn't even close. And so that got me playing around with Nano Banana. That's their image generator, what it's called within Google Gemini. And it's free right now. There's limits on how much you can actually use it. If you don't mind, Jim or Matt, you're my go-tos. Can you just put in the chat Google Gemini link for people? We go in there, play. In fact, I can demo that a little bit too. I use that for photos because the photorealism is just, it's batshit crazy how good it is. And then for text, it's amazing with text. It doesn't get things wrong. Spelling, every once in a while it does, but for the most part, spelling is on point. And then my videos. I don't know if you've seen the videos that I've been throwing out there, just playing around with it. They're 8 seconds, which is what I like. I like short and sweet videos, but the video generation is amazing. It generates it in 30 seconds. And maybe I'll show you that as well. I don't want to get... Again, we could do this for 3 hours, frankly, and just keep playing. That's what's fun. But I'm going to take Sam's lead. She said to show about the AI voice agents. So let me show you this. We were talking earlier during our pre-show hangout about kind of what's coming down the pipe. You know, we've done our chatbots in the past for storage. We're dipping our toes now into the AI voice agents. That's going to start coming very quick. And there's already people doing it, but 2026, it's going to be everywhere, I have a feeling. This is kind of the next step. It's not ready for prime time yet, but I'll put it on everyone's radar. Make sure I'm sharing my sound. All right. This is HeyGen. For HeyGen, they came out a few years back. They were on my radar for audio. It was great for audio, mimicking your voice. You could create your own clone kind of a thing. It was still really janky. And it still is in parts. But they're always pushing. They push. They're pushing the envelope. This is their latest thing. Came out about a month ago. I can see this. Think of a chatbot. Cool. Text. This is the video version where it's not just preloaded questions. This is much more conversational. So kind of what I just did with Sam, but now you're adding a persona to it. I could see this being on websites. I could see this being on a QR code at your facility going, there's an issue, I need help. Clicking that, and now you're zoomed into this avatar, frankly. So I haven't done this in a couple weeks, so hopefully it still works. Let's just try one here. She looks friendly. And this is, again, if you don't mind, whoever want to put it in chat for me, Matt or Jim, live avatar.com. So it gives you a little chance to demo it here.
Gen Live avatar support. Are you trying to set up your first avatar today?
Well, I'm seriously lagging because I have about 50 different windows open and I'm live streaming. Hopefully this works.
Oh no, that sounds frustrating. Maybe try closing some of those extra windows. It might help with the lag during your live stream. Need tips on optimizing your setup?
No, not right now. I just want to demo.
Want to see
issues.
Can assist with any questions about Live Avatar or Hey Jen.
What's my gate code at my storage facility? Oh, there we go. We back?
Yep.
Anyway, when I was talking to her, obviously she can't answer those questions because she's not populated with my knowledge base is. Knowledge base is basically the rules to run your facility. So everything, like, think of when you're opening up a storage site and you're going on your self-storage software and you're adding all the rules and regs and what's going on. Same thing. You're putting that into these kind of live avatars. So now they have a knowledge base to draw from. And once you do that, I could start seeing these kind of things. Like I said, being on a website, being a text away, being on your phone. And they can start taking calls, all sorts of fun stuff. It's going to be an interesting year. Someone's saying something. I'm gonna close some of these windows because I am lagging here. Were you saying something, Jim?
No.
Cool. What's some thoughts on that? Do you see? I guess first off, let's just say everything was like in a perfect world and it was working. Would people be interested in using that? Would they be using that at their own businesses, or that is it too weird, for lack of a better word?
Realistically, a lot of this is weird for a lot of people. So it's just getting used to getting out of their comfort zone and trying different things. And I mean, if it's going to make life easier for people, make them work smarter, not harder, like I always say, I mean, use the tools around you. So
Yeah, I'm gonna play around with this stuff when it comes to not necessarily dealing with someone's particulars with their account, but I think it'd be a great way to get the ball rolling when it comes to the initial conversation of, "Hi, thanks for checking out our website. What can I do for you?" You know, just having that kind of conversation. I think it could really increase conversions, frankly, when it's working. Like I said, it's going to be a learning curve on people, you know, breaking these things and what the limitations are. But this is going to be the year. It's coming whether you like it or not. So like I said, chatbots first, voice agents second. Next tier is kind of what I just showed you, and it's coming. There's never going to be an excuse to not provide customer service and miss a call. Those days are gone. And if you are still in that camp, you're going to get buried, frankly. So stay up on it.
I feel like Live Avatar is pretty well suited for kiosk, if anybody's running those.
That's exactly it. I mean, think of like, I don't know if anyone from here is on stories or anything. Like the stories kind of thing. You walk in, it's motion censored, and then you have someone coming on going, "Hey, what can I do to help you?" There you go. Now you still want to have people. There's still people going to be around there for escalation, things like that. But for normal, "Hey, what can I do for you? Let's find the right size for you. I'll help walk you through the rental process." That stuff's going to be all automated. frankly.
Jim, have you heard anybody using AI for? I mean, a lot of people are using AI for service calls, but everybody I've talked to, nobody's really using AI yet to handle the sales calls. Have you seen that shift yet?
Give it 2 months, frankly. I'm testing it out now with some different people. It's not there yet, to be fully transparent. It's not there yet, but we're like I'm part of it. It's so close that we're one update away, frankly, of it being like, holy crap, this is amazing. And having just been a conversation, no lag time, being able to pull from your API to be able to get that kind of information. It's coming sooner than you think, frankly.
I'm really curious what Spring SSA and ISS are going to be like with all this.
Oh, they'll have it.
Oh, I know they're
Guaranteed.
have it.
Demos.
I'm saying how
working
many are going to
demos.
have it.
Yeah, they'll be working demos for sure for that kind of stuff. And like I said before, if it was during the pre-hangout or during this, there's a lot of third-party people are doing it and coming in the industry. That's awesome. That's great. That's how, frankly, how it makes some of the store softwares get their act together. But a lot of the store softwares are going to have this baked in natively, frankly. And that's going to help force a lot of the adoption in the industry. And again, it's not just going to be us. It's any industries out there. It's all coming. Banks are already doing it. The hotels are already doing it. That kind of stuff. So we're next one up for sure.
Jess just put a comment in there. Our chatbot and voice. Jess, you want to pop on and say, talk about what you just said, or?
Yeah, go ahead, Jess.
Guys. Yeah. So Storage Group came out with a chatbot called Aiden Chat, and we are about to release the voice agent. It's still in some final QC. But the voice agent gets them through like what Jim was saying, like basic questions, like I need to store this, what it suggests. Not getting to the point of, I think, suggesting like, hey, do you need locks and boxes? And it'll suggest insurance selections, obviously, because that's baked into the rental process. And then it transfers over to a live manager call for them to finish the sale and do any type of upselling that they want to do. It's multilingual. So it, if somebody picks up and starts speaking Spanish, it already knows to convert into Spanish speaking. But I do assume that our development team and engineering team will work on it, like what Jim was saying, be full sales cycle and really get them down to upselling, getting into a bigger unit, getting some of the bells and whistles that they may need to make it totally full service.
Well, Jess, you got to do this now. Here, commercial break for our sponsors, which is me, I guess, on this one. So let me show you this. StorageMeetup.com. So any vendors that are on here, I haven't really talked about it yet, but if you go to resources, go to show and tell booking. I made a little page, make it easy. There's no fees or nothing like that. So it's like, cool. If you have something you can demo, I don't want, this is something we have coming on and just doing a chat. No, I want to hear it. I want to see it. I want to share your screen and go through all that. So go to show and tell. Cool. Book a time. I'm going to start doing that at the top of the show. You have up to 15 minutes. If it only takes 5 minutes, it only takes 5 minutes. But you have up to 15 to demo this. I want something that's of value to the industry, to those that are attending. If you have any cool little coupon codes for the storage meetup groups, even better. But there you go. It's really easy to find a slot. So just do that, demo it. That would be awesome. And then while I'm here, if you guys are interested, just on the homepage, storagemeetup.com. Want to join the messenger chat. I wanted to have a way that was kind of a little offline. That was just a message thread. Just think of it like a chat group, basically. If any other questions, anything that might be coming up, we'll put that in the messenger chat. So there's that link for you there. But that'll be my 2 quick little shout outs from my stuff. What other questions do we have? I don't want to skip over anybody. Anybody have any?
Derrick had one.
Derrick, if you want to just jump in and go ahead and say it.
Sure. So I know that that Jess had given kind of a quick run through, and I'm familiar with what she does. I've known Jess for a number of years, but have you, Jim, come across one that not only makes or not only takes the inbound calls, but also makes outbound calls through point of sale?
Uh, Everyone that I know of says that's coming Q1. Basically, of all the ones I've been testing. So,
Yeah.
um, they're all in that. I won't say race because yes, everyone's kind of competing against each other, but from pretty much everyone I've talked to, Q1 is when those outbound AI agents are going to start taking place. And trust me, I have a whole, I got my list. As soon as they start doing that kind of stuff, we'll be playing. I'll be demoing it. I don't play favorites. Like whoever wants to come on, cool. Let's just do it. Because I don't think it's going to be like this is the best. That's the best. I
Yeah.
really think it's going to start getting very level on what the capabilities are. It's just a matter of just picking your horse and sticking with it, kind of a thing. So it's right now. Right now, there is kind of a lag. Some are better, some are but I think really within just a few short months, a lot of these guys are going to be very, very similar. But you get your bigger companies that are going to have, they're going to push the envelope. Now we can do this. Now we can check this out. That's the ones you want to look for. So, like Jess, for example, I mean, their guys are all in on this. So, perfect. Any other questions? Otherwise, I'll show up something else a little bit, something else that's on my list here.
Jim, I'm interested in how far out you think AI property management is.
Oh, it's. In fact, I have a book coming out. It's called AI Powered Storage. It's about exactly that. Is it here yet? No, but it's a matter of showing kind of how me and Matt were talking about earlier to start this. There's so many tools that you can have in your tool belt to be a better property management company. You're still going to have, obviously the humans in the loop to make sure it's all working correctly, but I think it's going to help scaling, frankly. It'll help efficiencies. Running your own property management company might be able to, like me, I run pretty lean. I can run lean and mean with the tools now. So I'll break that out too. In fact, I've spent the last couple of weeks kind of putting finishing touches on it, but it's delving into how you can use it for operations, how you can dovetail your reports from your storage software, throw it through your AI, and have better analysis of things that might be not apparent. Frankly, that's one thing that AI is amazing at, is to magnify the things that are kind of under your radar, and that's what I'm focusing on. The things that can make a big difference just if you utilize it. The certain rate increases, the certain kind of posts, your pricing, how your website looks, the SEO schema, all that kind of stuff. AI is there to help. Will it actually do it? No. You still need the human to implement it, but it will, well, for now, maybe our next AI jam session, I'll be eating those words. But right now, you still need to have the person to implement all that stuff. So it's coming. That's gonna be a fun thing when I put that out there, of getting the feedback. And I'll get people that will love it. I know I'm gonna get the haters. That's because it is scary, frankly, and that's another reason why I'm doing this too with these kind of sessions. Is whether you like it or not, it's here, it's coming, and we're all here because we're not sticking our heads in the sand, which is awesome. But you got to play, learn, grow by playing. And if you've watched my stuff, I have an idea, cool, I do it, I put it on, I throw it out. For instance, here, I'll just share my screen again here. I think I had it pulled up. Dun, 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 flow. Gemini. Cool, there we go. All right, going back to, you were talking about better, best, whatever, ChatGPT, Gemini. Here's a perfect example. Been using Gemini for a few months now for my photos and videos. I still use ChatGPT for my conversations and for prompts. But man, I every day I start using Google Gemini more and more. And not to get too far off the topic, but you can't bet against Google. You know, they're a little late to the game, but now they're overtaking everybody. They have the money, they have the experience, they have the resources. It's like OpenAI. They're getting all their funding from everybody. Google doesn't need that. They're a money-making machine. So they have all the advantages are in their place to really just take over. So if you haven't played with Google Gemini, start, because they're the big player now. But here, I'll show you a simple workflow. For instance, like this one here, I made the AI Jam session. I literally just prompted. It took me like 2 minutes. I didn't put much thought into it. I don't. I just like to just get it out there. I just said, hey, I want something that's gonna kind of give me the vibe for this is a free-flowing conversation, real no structure. We're jamming. And so I just said, AI Jam session. Prompted it. Cool. And about 2 or 3 iterations later, I got this logo. Cool. Do I want to sit there and mess around with it more? I could, but whatever. Heck, maybe next time we do this, I'll have a different logo. There's no rules. But once I got that, I threw it in here. Let me move my screen so I can see what I'm doing. So then I just threw it in. And I'll show you an example here in a second. What kind of do we use? Whatever. I just said, cool. Here's from this image. I want to generate a video of a tattoo artist in a tattoo shop, putting that image on a guy's back. I figured it'd get some eyeballs. It'd get some people to be like, what the crap's going on? So that was literally my prompt. Nothing more than that. So it does these short 8-second videos, which again, that's all I care about, is these short ones. But it's interesting. It's unusual. Again, with AI, and if you have a little bit of creative thought, there's no rules anymore. Do whatever. Again, I keep going back to this, but just have fun with it. That's just the bottom line. Just have fun with this stuff. So we'll do that for next time, I think. I can kind of show some more workflows and ideas for this kind of stuff. But if you haven't done it yet, gemini.google.com. Again, free tier. You'd have to do a lot for it to hit the next tier where you got to pay for stuff. So go with it. Play with it. You can do, let me see if I can move this here. There we go. Too many windows. But for example, you just go down here, add files. Let me upload a file here. I'll do one quick demo. Let's see. Yeah, jam session logo. Okay. So follow along. Cool. All right, I just uploaded my image there of the logo. Okay. I'm going to ask Gemini, and everyone can see what I'm typing in here, right? Sometimes on my screen it's a little weird. I'm just going to say, I want the guy to play guitar and say, welcome to the AI Jam session. That's all I'm going to do. I want the guy to play guitar and say, welcome to the AI Jam session. Let's play. You go to Tools. And right here you can do, again, we can do deep research later. This is the video creator. Then you can create images. That's pretty much all I do right now. I do these two, videos and images, and Google Gemini. Let's make a video. That's fine. Oh, got rid of mine. I started a new chat. Hey, Gabriel, you here?
I'm alive in here.
Oh, you're here. Sorry. I keep watching to see if you're coming back or not from your meeting.
Yes.
So as I'm doing this, I know you don't want to try to demo anything, but what do you got going on? You're always pushing the boundaries in AI for your personally and for your business. What do you got going on?
Well, right now, I'm still kind of starting here. So hello, everyone. First and foremost, marketing for, 9 years in self-storage. I've just started recently with Daryl's Mini Storage, who has 70 facilities. So I'm just about 60 days in. So here on the ground, I'm still getting my feet wet. But with that being said, using AI every day, whether it be personally or professionally, in a variety of reasons and fashions, would love to show you guys. So I've been watching some stuff in Christmas. There were some videos. Everyone's kind of using video software right now to pump out, short clips, right? Regardless if you're using Firefly or using Sora, you're using one of the video production pieces, you're still getting 5 or 6 seconds worth, right? So I was watching some stuff over on YouTube over Christmas break, and it was this really cool scene of a Christmas train, as if from the perspective, like someone put, the Christmas tree train you might put underneath your Christmas tree, and it's going through the presents. And the view was as if someone affixed a GoPro to the little Christmas train, and you were getting this really cool view. Now, obviously, it was AI because you were like going through presents and through a little village. And I was wondering, like, what tool are they using? Like, how are they getting 30 minutes of AI footage seamlessly? Like, what tool exists? I don't know of any tool unless this is someone who's way high up in Google and has access to, ultra premium or, unlimited tokens. And so I started playing with this idea using free tools. Now, maybe Ross, you could, or Jim, you could actually help me here and do this. Do you have let's use your AI jam session image or any image if you have. I'm going to talk you through this if you don't mind helping me, Jim.
Sure. Well, let me see how this video I made real quick. See how this looked.
Awesome.
Welcome to the AI Jam session. Let's play.
Done. I wouldn't even edit that again. I look.
No,
that's what these tools are so quick, and they're good.
Let me ask you, Jim. That's 8 seconds right there. Like, if you wanted it longer, do you have a method right now that you have to extend that video outside of taking it into video editing or slowing it down or duplicating it? Do you have a way of extending the video?
I do, and I don't want to get too far ahead of people, but I would have to put it in Flow, Google Flow, to be able to extend the scene.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to really quickly give everyone a super short way that I discovered sitting on my couch.
Really?
You're going to take your cool image, and we're actually going to use Grok. This one, we actually use Grok, and there's a new feature on Grok called Imagine. And what Imagine is going to do is take any still photo you have.
How do you spell Grok?
Grok.
Okay.
So it may take you through a process here, but go to, there's an Imagine section. I think it's in that auto. If you click on auto, there's a section that actually says Imagine. And this is going to be, if y'all are familiar with like Gemini, how you would click on like Nano Banana, or if you're in ChatGPT, how you would add agent mode. So in the same thing, you're going to add what they call Imagine, and you'll upload a photo. And what it's going to do is there's some different junction there, but it's going to create automatically 6 seconds of video for you. And so how do I take my 6 seconds and double it without necessarily just repeating it? And what I've come to do super easy is you capture your video, you produce your 6-second video, or as Jim has, he just produces 8-second video. It doesn't matter where. And you're going to, in your phone or on your device, you're going to screen capture the last second of that video. And if you can already see where I'm going, hopefully. If you capture second 8 or second 6, and then you throw that image right back into Grok again, it's going to take the last frame of the video and create 6 more seconds off of that. And you can see we just repeat this process 2 or 3 times. And now you go from having 6 seconds to having 24 seconds of video, free and seamlessly and super easy. Now, like Ross said, there are other tools. You can go into Flow and go into deeper editing, and even probably spend more money on some tokens and get something deeper. But this can be done. I've done it. So again, you're going to you take your photo, produce your 6 seconds of video, screenshot the last second of the video, take that still image, put it right back into the video generation, generate 6 more seconds, and just repeat this process for as long as you want or need. These tools are free. Grok is completely free. Wherever you pull your images from, you can pull them from anywhere, any source at all. And if you do it in continuity, like it creates that continuity, because right, that's the hardest part about AI is, let's say I wanted a Mickey Mouse, right? Now, Mickey Mouse in the first scene, I want him to thumbs you up. And in the second one, I want him to turn around and high five. It's been really hard for me to get the consistency if I create different prompts, because Mickey Mouse might look different in the second one, right? Or I try my best to pin the prompt to really but in this way, now it's using source image. So the whatever you created, as wild as you can imagine, it will pick up visually exactly where you left off. So no more guessing, no more gaps in visuals. This will create basically right off of what you're creating. And when you string them together for free, very quickly, you can get this amazing long, again, with 5, if you do this 5 times in a row, which might take you 10 minutes in total, you could get 30 seconds of pure AI video that costs you nothing with perfect continuity. If you do have access to a video editing program, you can probably even seal the little gaps. So there might be, if you're really going to be nitpicky like I am, it'll slow down at that 6 second and then take off as your each gap. You could always overlap that just a fraction of a hair and literally get, again, perfect video for free from your mobile phone, sitting on your couch one weekend, and you can pump out amazing, beautiful things. Now, I just told everybody that. I know that was a lot of info, and I'm absolutely willing to record and share that too, because I know I'm in the 11th hour here.
Yeah, I mean, you record and share, it'd be awesome. But I think for our next one up, what we have, we'll start right off with the bang with you and take 15 minutes and do
that would be awesome.
Do the workflow. We'll actually watch
yeah.
it. That's why I want to do this, because I've never used Grok. I don't use Grok. I just don't. But there's that, if that certain tool works better for extending longer videos, cool. I'm all for it.
Because I'm doing it 2 ways. I guess there's one where in the professional for self-storage, I want to, of course, use the best tool. I want the one that's going to pump out the 30-second exactly how I want. But sometimes those are really expensive, and if you're like me, I don't have access to every tool. If I go to my boss one more time and say I need $20 more for another subscription, they might, shoot me where I stand. And so I'm constantly attempting to use the best tools, industry standard, but at the same time, I'm always trying to MacGyver everything. I'm trying to use the free tools and combo tools so that I can pump out exactly what the main big tool did. That's going to cost me, $99 a month. I try to replicate that using a combo of tools for free. And so I'm constantly digging my bag in the best tools and the best tricks with tools to produce high quality content.
Let's do this then. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this. I want to be mindful of everyone's time, so we're going to wrap this up here in a minute. But if you guys got value out of it, I guess first say yes and comment. That helps me we'll get this going again. But maybe we can do this once a month as far as the storage meetup. I only got so much bandwidth. I can't do it another weekday, but maybe once a month, dedicate this. I say me and you do a workflow, Gabriel, and we'll do a workflow, a demo of, we'll have an idea. Like, we're going to make a self-storage promo video. Why not? And let's just do it in real time. Let's just make a commercial beginning to end.
100%.
Sound
Let's
good,
do
man?
it. Because the tool is that easy. We want to show people that a tool really is that easy. You can jump in with a small idea, and in less than a half an hour can produce something pretty damn amazing.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, hey, everyone, if you look in chat as we were talking, I put in there, kind of close things up. Might have to scroll up a little bit now, but the last comment from me, put in some communities in there for you. Jess, this is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. There's some other communities on there that I'm a part of as well for AI. This is all free stuff. There's the AI Salon. You'll see the link in there. Click that, join it. It's a bunch of other people kind of showcasing what they're doing, asking questions. There's the AI Morning Club that every morning, Perry Belcher goes on for 30 minutes to an hour and demos AI tools. It's really focused on businesses, which is a lot of fun. And it's the same kind of format. It's all through Zoom. Join that. They're not doing anything next week because they're doing a in-person event. But other than that, it's always 5 days a week. It's pretty fun. And then I'm going to jump on this one right after we get done with this. You see my link on there, the AI Office Hours. It's Kyle Shannon. Guy's been spearheading AI since day one. Sometimes we show tools. Sometimes we just talk AI. Can be a little more philosophical at times. You click on that one. I'm joining that as soon as we click here. And if you haven't got enough of AI, cool. Come join us for another hour. Then lastly, I put my email address. Again, I know this is like drinking from a fire hose sometimes, and I got to about 5% of what I wanted to today because it goes by so fast. But any questions, any comments, anything you'd like to see focused on for future editions, cool. Just email me. We'll go from there. So I want to do one more thing. This is our gotta do our selfie. So whoever's still on, turn your camera on. We'll do our selfie. We'll call it good. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Cool. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, guys.
I appreciate it. Hope everyone had a great holidays. The hangover's over. We start real life back again next week. So I appreciate everyone taking the time out and joining us. This is awesome. We are good. Okay. I'm going to jump over to that other meeting. So I will see you guys later. Have a good one, guys.
Thanks.